Click, click, boom. What's going on, faithfuls? The Nothing But Niners crew is back. Guys, 2 more days. You know what you could do with 2 more days? I got a perfect little song and intro for tomorrow, but right now I can't think of any 48-hour songs. I got 24 hours to live and all that in my head, but I don't know what to do for tomorrow. But anyway, guys, we are here to bring you guys another fun-filled show. Tonight, we're going to just talk about the game in general. We're going to put some official predictions on paper, and we might even get into a little bit of Knicks over and under tonight. All right, guys? So it's going to be a fun-filled show. We got some stuff to talk. We're going to get some things off of our chest. We're going to talk about some observations that we made. Some more pressers have come out. The team has released some things. KMBR, the local news station, has released some things. 95.7 The Game and all that stuff. And if we've heard about anything important, we're going to share it with you guys. But before we do, we have to go through the formalities, so you have to bear with us, okay? First and foremost, if you were here on the YouTube page, guys, hit that like button if you enjoy what you're seeing, okay? Make sure you subscribe after you do that. And then, last but not least, you want to turn on your notification bell so you know exactly when we're going live. Give us a follow on some of our social media handles. We're going to start with 2 of them right now. That's Twitter and Snapchat. Those handles are Nothing But 9 ERS. Again, that is the number 9. Nothing But 9 ERS in there, okay? That's Twitter and Snapchat. Give us follows over there. Also, we have Facebook and Instagram. Guys, 16,000 strong on the Facebook group. I can't say that enough. 16,000 strong in the Facebook group. Don't be the last ones over there, all right? If you stumble across this and you're not on Facebook, maybe you should consider getting to Facebook so you can talk to 16,000 fellow faithful, all right? Make sure you guys give us follows over there. It is Nothing But Niners, spelled all the way out with spaces in between. If you forget anything that I said, hit up the website, guys. It's www.nothingbutniners.com. That is your one-stop shop for any and everything Nothing But Niners from us here at Nothing But Niners, okay? It's all going to cover it. It's all encompassed right there. 49ers news, we got you covered. Breaking news, we got you covered. Anthony's been dishing out a couple of articles over there. He's got you guys covered. He's previewing the game and all that stuff. Make sure you check it out. I'm going to stop. That's enough for me, guys. You already know who I am. I'm your guy, 49ers Mike _NFL. I'm going to start with my man, Nick, 49er Faithful 365.
Bang, bang, not a gag.
Were you holding your breath
with the mute? Almost did it again with the mute.
Were you holding your breath when you did that? Were you like,
I was like, oh, fuck.
Yeah.
Because I was like,
I got my man Nick over there, 49er Faithful 365. What's going on, baby? How you feeling?
Hey, man, I'm feeling good, man. It's a Friday. It's Super Bowl Friday. Got 2 days. Well, today, obviously today's pretty much over for the East Coast guys. So tomorrow and Sunday, man, I can't wait to chop it up with all my Nuno's buddies and fans and friends and mom and everybody, man. And it's going to be a great day.
It's all family, no matter how you try to break it down. Family, it's family out there, Nuno's, man. I can't wait to get there. I'm going to bring in Tony next, NJ Niner fan 499. What's going on, kid? Yo, I swear to God, every time we pop you in, there's something different behind you. First it was a helmet. Now the helmet's got a jersey attached. Tomorrow, is there going to be legs? Like, what's going on?
If I can find the pants balloon, yeah, we got it. We got it.
I like it, man. You were getting ready. You and Nick with the championship hats and everything. Like, you guys are rocking it over there. What's going on? Come on, Tony.
We're ready.
Wait, Tony, is that like a kickboxing thing?
No, it's a balloon.
Oh, it's just a balloon.
It's a straight balloon, yeah.
Oh, I thought you put like a jersey on, like, the no arm punching things.
No. The ones that you fill with sand on the bottom, no.
Yeah.
No, I ran out today and I saw that. I said I gotta have it, so I bought it and I kind of like tied it together so it looks like the helmet is attached there. But man, I'm ready. I can't scream and be loud because my kid's sleeping, so I gotta be quiet.
Oh, welcome to the club. I'm going to get in trouble tonight. I've had a couple of drinks already. I'm working on a couple of more right here.
Here we go.
They're going to be flagging me, but it's all good. It's worth it, guys, because the Niners are going to the goddamn Super Bowl. But before I get too hyped, let me bring in the hype man of the hour right here. My guy, 49ers Breezy. Wayne, what's up, dog?
Yo, I want to rock right now. I'm Brazilian. I came to get down. I'm not internationally known, but I know to rock a microphone. Let's go. It takes 2 to make a thing go right. We got 2 more days to this game until we kick off, until we send them Chiefs packing, baby. Let's go. Not a gang, bang, bang.
I love it. I love it. My wife started singing along with you from the corner of the room, bro.
Let's go.
I'm not internationally known. Listen, man, shut up. Let's go, man. I like the energy, baby. I like the energy, man. How you
Mike,
feeling over there, bro?
Mike, I just want to put this out. You just told her to shut up, so you ain't getting none tonight. So I just want to let you know that's your fault. You gotta let her rock the house, baby. Yo, man, I'm feeling good, man. Hey, 2 more days, fellas. 2 more days, brethren. 2 more days, and we can officially lose our freaking voices, yo. Let's go!
We are 45 hours away from the game being here, guys. Like, the coverage is going to be incredible. Everybody's got their little rituals. Everybody's doing their routines. And honestly, fellas, I think that's how we should start the show today, all right? I know we don't do this a lot, and we've talked about it off and on, but we have never made an official segment. I want to ask you guys what your routines are, what your superstitions are, what your rituals are. Some people think that it's a little weird to call them superstitions, and that's fine. But people have their rituals. They have a thing that they can't do. I personally don't like to be out in public too often. That's one of my things. But if I'm somewhere with some of my people, then I can make an exception for it. Like, for example, you guys know I go to the cigar parlor all the time. They have invited me over there for football games all the time. I won't do it because I turn up. I yell during games. I swing. I punch. I kick. I'm all the emotions in between. I don't want to do that around a bunch of people. I'm supposed to be, like, I'm the youngest guy there. You know what I'm saying?
You don't want to break nobody else's sheetrock.
Exactly. I'm not trying to replace no walls in a place that's not my own. So I try to stay back. So let's go around the room. Let's start with Wayne. Then we'll go to Tony. Then we'll go back to Nick and back to myself. Tell me about your game superstitions, guys, because the next thing, let me tell you guys, right? The reason we're doing this for everybody who's watching, tomorrow is going to be all about you guys, all the viewers, man. You guys are going to get a solid 3 minutes of airtime. If you want to be on camera with us, cool. If you guys want to call in, cool. But everybody's going to get 3 minutes, and we are planning on being on with you guys for hours. We are going to try to make sure we get to every single one of you tomorrow, because your team is in the Super Bowl. You deserve to talk about it. You deserve to get some things off of your chest. But in the meantime, this is going to be the day before the game show right here. So, Wayne, what are your superstitions? What are your rituals, whatever it is that you have? How do you do it on game days, man? Let us know.
Yeah, man. So game days, I'm a little weird, right? Game days, I kind of, like to be alone. I don't really like going out. I remember I told you, like, when I used to play sports, I used to have my own tunnel vision. I put my headphones on. I kind of do that in the crib, yo. Ever since 2013 in that Super Bowl, man, I threw this big ass Super Bowl party, man. And you can go ask my wife. I'll bring her downstairs right now. She was there. This is before we really started dating, but I bet you I left her and every mother freaker at that house when that game was over. And ever since then, I didn't feel comfortable being out in public. Like, I just like to be by myself because I know I'm well reserved. I'll punch holes in walls. I'll break a TV, things like that. But this team don't make me mad like that, like the other team. So I just kind of like, I got my wings. I got my pizza. I got all the foods. And you know what? I get all the food, but I eat 3 hours early because I can't eat during the game. I don't want to miss a play. Remember, sometimes we be in the chat and be like, yo, I missed it. I had to go get a drink or go to the bathroom. You'd be like, wait, come on. So never again. My ritual is simple, man. I got 3 TVs on at the same time and I'm streaming. I'll just make sure it's like all the way around me. I like to be home. I don't really like to be out. I'll go celebrate after the victory.
I thought you were going to say you don't eat like during the game because you get the bubble guts, like
I don't eat during the game because I don't be wanting to miss a play, taking a bite of the chicken and then I miss a touchdown or something like that. It's weird.
No, I feel that. I get it. You don't want the refills and all that like that. I'm not for nothing, and I'm not trying to sound chauvinistic or anything like that. But like when games are on and my wife is here, she comes in periodically and checks. Do you need anything? You want anything?
Right.
Have to get. If she could go to the bathroom for me during the games, I think she would do that honestly. But that's neither here nor there. So she's pretty good. She's holding me down. All right. So I gave her some props. Maybe I'll get back in there tonight. Okay. All right, man. Tony, man, the floor is yours, bro. What are your game day rituals? What are your superstitions? Break it all down for us.
In this room right here, on this couch that's behind me, and that's it. I can't go places and watch games because I got crazy. I actually went 2 years ago to a buddy of mine's house, and I broke his mother's vase because I threw the remote across and it bounced off the wall and hit the vase and knocked the vase off. And ever since then, I don't go to people's houses and watch games because I get crazy. I'm emotional. This is my team. I go nuts, screaming, yelling. So this is my spot. I start in this chair and I go to the couch. I usually start with the white hat, and then if they don't do good, I put the black hat on. But I'm trying to do this one for Sunday. We'll see. But I got the white and the black hat on my ottoman right here, ready to go because I need to do a quick switch. But, my wife's good. She brings me anything I need. You want something good, blah, blah, blah. That's it. My bathroom's right there. And that's it. I'm right here.
I like it. I like it, man. You know, I wanted to ask this. I'll do it on the way back. We'll do a little round 2 of here. But when things start going bad for the Niners, what do you change? I'm one of those guys where I'll look at something and be like, what's different? What's off? And I'll look for it while I'm around. I try to change it. You know what I mean? Like I told you about those socks I wore last week during the NFC Championship game. Like I told you that we had never, like we only won one time in them. Like I was worried about them. I was like, I'll take them off. I bought a change of socks with me, like stuff like that. So we'll go back around. We'll trickle back around. But Nick, man, now see, you're different. You're a different type of breed. Like you go to a lot of games. You've been to Nuno so many times. You got a spot over. Like, what are your game day superstitions? Like I don't know. You're gonna be on here for a while because when you're at home, it's one thing. I imagine when you're out, it's something else. So I can't wait to hear what yours are. So break it down for us, man. What's your game day rituals?
Yeah. So obviously, if I go somewhere, or even if I don't go somewhere, or I'm at a game, like right before kickoff, I feel like I'm in the game. I have to jump. Like I have to jump up and down. Like I'm like getting hyped, like throwing my hands in the air, you know, getting pumped up. Like I'm physically about to play, like during kickoff. But before that, before the whole thing starts there, I have to have the exact piece of socks on that I've had on the entire year. Ice cream. I gotta have socks on. It's got to be a specific pair of jeans that I wear. My 49er shoes, and they have to be laced exactly the same. It's weird as hell. I know it's weird. If one of my shoelaces is sticking out the way that it shouldn't be, I got to tuck it back in. Obviously, the jersey starts from the beginning of the year. I wear a single jersey. If we lose, I change the jersey. If we win, I continue to wear that jersey until obviously we lose again. This year, it started off with a Richard Sherman jersey in Tampa. I wore that for the first 8 weeks, 9 weeks, whatever it was. I changed it up, and I went with a Jimmy Garoppolo jersey. We lost. And then I brought the Sherman jersey back. We won. I changed it up again in Baltimore to the red Jimmy Garoppolo jersey because it was raining out, and that was like not a stitched one. So I was like, I'm just going to wear this. It was bigger on me.
Just want to say, do you remember you texted me and said, what color should I wear? And I said, you should wear white. And you said, no, but Mike, da-da-da-da-da. And I was like, I'm telling you, you should wear white. And you went with red. It's your fault we lost, Nick.
It's all my fault. I'll take it. You know, so then the jersey changes, obviously. And it has to be the same hat. You won't see me wearing this hat. You won't see me wearing another hat. It'll be the new SF1, which is in my other room. But backwards has to be backwards. If it's forwards, I feel like we're not doing too well. But yeah, so the attire has to be down. And then if I'm going to Nuno's, I have to be standing in a specific spot. Like I have to. One week I went there and the TV wasn't working. You want to talk about flip it out? I stood where I was standing and watched another TV screen because I'm like, oh my God, we're gonna lose. But I had to be in my spot to compensate. So I'm really weird with that kind of stuff, man. So it's it depends on where I'm at. Like I said, if I'm at a game, I do a pregame ritual, like I'm jumping up and down, getting hyped. Obviously attire stays the same throughout the thing. And then Nuno's, I have to be where I'm at because I jump up on tables and I get everybody hyped. Like every first down, I'm like, and that's another 49ers first down. And the whole place is like, ow, ow, ow. So I feel like if I'm not there and I'm not doing that, we're going to lose. So yeah, so that's why you guys catch me on the show late after overreactions when I go, is because I have to be there. I have a superstition. So, hey, it is what it is.
Nick, you might be crazy, bro. I didn't know you had that. I never knew about the jeans and the shoes and the lace like that. I knew about the Sherman jersey. I knew about the spot in Nuno's. Honestly, I didn't know it officially, but I noticed the hat that you wear. Like, but that's it. I've never come on, you're out there, bro.
Bro, I'm insanely superstitious.
All right.
Like, if I don't take the same route to a game, if there's like obviously I had to think one time because going to Nuno's, you can go to 2 different exits. And I'm like, I was like having a panic attack. I'm like, did I take this first exit or did I take the second exit? I can't remember.
Right.
And the one time we lost, I took the second exit. And I'm like, nope, I took the first one. I just keep staying on the first one, dude. I'm like crazy superstitious. And a lot of my friends are as well. Nicolina's the same way. Ike is the same way. They bring these little things to Nuno's.
Oh, yeah.
And once we lost, they threw them out. They never brought them back. It's like, see you later. Hasta la vista.
Oh, yeah.
But I'm definitely crazy, man.
Yeah. And like, all right, so I am going to get to this comment here by liking. We're going to double back to this. All right. We want to stay with the topic that we're on, but I promise you we will discuss whether or not Breida gets the ball in this game. Thank you for the contribution. Stay tuned in. You will get your answer. I promise you. Okay. So as far as my superstitions, I will be honest with you guys. I don't think I have a lot, and especially compared to Nick. I'm a very simple guy. This year I tried something different. It's just no jerseys. I have not worn a jersey on game day all year long. I haven't bought any new jerseys. I'm not sure, other than Joe Staley, I don't even think I have a current 49ers jersey at all. I'm waiting until after the Super Bowl to buy any. Like it's just something different that I tried this year, and it's been working, right? And I'm one of those people where a superstition works until you back-to-back something, right? So we haven't lost back-to-back games this year. As far as I'm concerned, no jersey is a good sign. You get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. If we had to went back-to-back, then I'd be like, all right, I can wear a jersey then. You know what I'm saying? But we haven't lost back-to-back games, so it's cool. Luke Walsh is saying, I sit forward on the couch seat. How else are you going to say it? All right, never mind. I'm gonna read it straight through. I sit forward on a couch seat with my back not resting on the back cushion.
So he's sitting on the edge of the seat, bro.
Yeah, on the edge of the seat, basically.
That's how he do it, yo.
He said I sit forward on the couch seat. Is it okay?
I know. I do the same thing. I do the same thing, Luke. Like I'm sitting forward on the thing right now. Like I'm ready. So like you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like hands on the knees type thing. Like sitting on the edge of your seat. Like you can't sit back and enjoy it.
Yeah, like I legit think that I can move the players when they like
right.
Like I can control the players with my joystick or something. Like that sounds crazy, right? Pause. But that's how I be feeling. Like when I move, they should cut. Like you know what I'm saying? That's how I am.
And me, I don't sit down. Even if I'm at home, I never sit down ever.
And that's my thing. If I'm out, I know I make a mental note. I have to stand more than I'm sitting. It's a mental thing. If I'm sitting too long, I'm like, something's going to go wrong. I have to get back up. I have to pace. Like I get antsy. I bounce around a little bit, shit like that. You know what I mean? And Wayne's talking about, I feel like if I move, they should move and everything. Listen, go to bed. All of us do things like that. Sorry, I was talking to the dog. All of us do things like that, right? You ever have somebody who doesn't ride with you a lot and they're sitting in the front passenger seat?
Yeah.
Start hitting that invisible brake because they don't like the way you driving. That's what all of us do. We all have our own little, like, it's a thing that's like, it's innate. It's in our heads. And so that my superstitions though, man, guys, like I'll be honest with you guys. I'm superstitious about things other people do and say. If I'm watching a football game, I don't care if it's the Niners or not. If I see a clean sweep of when they're doing the pick section, if everybody picks that team, I'm like, damn, they're going to lose. If a commentator during a game comes on, let's say Robbie Gould is lining up for a field goal, and they're like, oh, he's 27-27 from this distance.
They miss.
He's gonna freaking miss that kick.
Yeah,
like, it's certain things like that, and I don't.
That's the worst.
That's the worst. I absolutely hate it, Tony. It's like like I don't have a way to counter it. I'm trying to find out. Maybe if I knock on my head when I hear him say it, I can change it. But I got to find a way to counter some stuff, man. But I don't have all the superstitions.
Bro, as soon as they say it, I'm like, he's gonna miss this shit.
Oh yeah, but it's automatic. It's
automatic. Like, why do you have to say something?
Right. And the crazy thing, though, is not if it don't matter if they say it on the radio or whatever. It's whenever they say, "Oh, he's 27 for 27. He hasn't missed all season." Wide to the left.
Yep, it's gone. It's gone. No matter who says.
Bro,
it's crazy.
I know this isn't football, but here's a little story. I can remember Joe Carter coming up to the plate against the Phillies and them saying he hasn't hit a walk-off home run in his entire career, and the dude hits a grand slam and the Phillies lose the World Series. I was like, are you like sad? And I'm like, ever since then, I'm a believer of that superstition. Like, why do you have to show the stat on the screen for everybody to see?
Mm-hmm.
And then it's just automatic, like bad karma.
And I'll be honest with you, that's why I hate these guys who are all about stats in the NFL. If you follow any of those guys who are doing it live, it's like, listen, it's stats because it happened and you just collect the data. Mm-hmm. It's not the given rule. Stop showing me that shit. Like it drives me crazy. So anyway, as far as me, I have the jersey thing, no jerseys, and I have to have wings. I tried to get away with getting Chinese wings, like from the Chinese place.
Not the same.
That shit don't work. It has to be buffalo wings. It has to be bone in wings.
Bone
Yeah,
in, baby.
it can't be boneless wings, guys. Like that. Those are my only 2 superstitions so far this year, and everything else is like just ritual and all. So that I really think that's it, man. I don't have much else going on. So, we have a couple of comments on the screen here. Nick, you want to take this one, or Tony, or Wayne? One of you guys want to take this one here? Do we want to get to these comments, or do we want to wait and keep
going?
going?
Man, we got to get the comments. They coming in here, they'll go away. Yeah, I'll get to this. Like, and he sent the comment. He had a comment before too.
Yeah, his comment before was, does Breida get to touch the ball this game? So
why don't we address that first one? Yeah,
let's answer that one first, and then we'll come back to this one. So let's do Nick, Tony, and then Breezy.
We're talking about Breida first.
Yeah,
it was a very simple question. It was just, does Breida get to touch the ball this game?
Yeah, I think so. I think you're going to see all 3 running backs again in this game. I think what I truly think is you're going to see Coleman, then you're going to see Breida, and then it's good and then you're going to see an influx of Raheem Mostert, like just take over, whether it's the whole second half or whatever. But I think the change of backs, I think we change those up. Now I'm not saying Coleman's going to be in a quarter, Breida will be in a quarter. Mostert won't touch the ball till the second half. I think that all 3 of them will touch, but I think you see more of an influx of touches for Raheem Mostert to finish out the game.
All right, Tony, what are your thoughts, man? I like that.
I think you're gonna see all 3 of them, like Nick said. I think it's gonna be the normal way. Coleman's gonna be the first one out. Then they're gonna hit with Mostert, and then I think Kyle's gonna spell Breida from time in and time out. Certain plays, like that one play that they ran versus Cleveland, and they scored on the first play. Something loosey, and he just went right off the edge. Juszczyk came across the formation. He kicked the last man on the line of scrimmage out, and he just went untouched to the end zone. You could see something like that possibly, but again, Bobby Turner, Kyle, it's all about the hot hand, and that's what it's going to be this game.
Right. I think you're also going to see Breida, but I think Breida starts this game. I think we go back to the beginning of the season, and we go back to the beginning of the script, something that no team has seen in a long time. This is what Kyle has been doing all season. I think Breida starts. I think we've worried about him fumbling and all that kind. Dude ain't been getting no reps, but I think Breida still has the capability to break through a line, still has the capability to outrun a whole defense. He still has those capabilities, and it's possible with the line clicking at the way it's clicking and them big holes they be creating. It's possible we see Breida start, we see Coleman come in, and then we see Mostert close out the game like he's been doing. So that's what I got.
You know what? I would love to agree with you about Breida starting, but we heard this week Shanahan talk about the hat that he wears. He said, I wanted to change it, but my wife said no, right? Because you're winning with it. Shanahan is superstitious also. I think Tevin Coleman gets to start.
Okay.
But Shanahan is also giving. Ever since he did not give Kittle that record, the 5 more yards he needed to be the all-time receiving yards for a tight end in the game, I noticed something about him. If a player gets the majority of the yards on a drive, he tries to finish that drive with them getting in the end zone.
Correct.
I think Shanahan is going to make it a point for every player on this team that's eligible to get a touch or an opportunity. So, for example, I think every active wide receiver will have a pass thrown their way. Now, whether they catch it or not, it's up to them. I think every active running back will have a carry in this game. So, yes, I do think Breida will touch the ball in this game.
Dante Pettis too?
I do. I swear to God, I think Pettis gets a target. I don't see Shanahan letting all these guys get to the Super Bowl and just keep them on the side. It's too big of a game. It's too big of a moment.
Well,
I think he gives them a chance. And I think that the Niners, we'll get to this later, I think the Niners get to a big lead, and he's got a little bit of wiggle room to play around for a little bit.
The only reason I was going to say that was because I don't find that surprising because of what Kyle Shanahan said the other day in his presser about Dante Pettis. Dante Pettis helped us get here, and he's had a little bit of a slow season or whatever, but he's definitely going to help us next year.
It's the same thing. It's the same thing for Breida. That's why I think it's possible he goes back to the script.
I do kind of agree with you though, Wayne, that Breida may start depending on how much pain Tevin Coleman is in.
But all right, so Well, we'll get to that later. We'll put a pin in it. We'll get back to that later. That's a good talking point there.
All right. Lycan also asked, who is most likely going to get an interception? Is it Mosley or Sherman? I'm really feeling Mosley this game. I personally, am I going first on this one? Going back around?
Yeah.
I personally feel like Mahomes doesn't throw to Sherman. Like if he does throw to Sherman, then Sherman is just gonna, if it's in man or whatever it is. I just don't feel like he's gonna throw to that side of the field. I think Mosley will have his opportunities. I was going back to watch film. You know what helped me? I watched this Peyton Manning thing, and he broke down a coverage. The cover, we were in cover 2. We had the 2 safeties playing deep, and if you watch that clip, Aaron Rodgers missed the receiver that was open. So on the next play, they went back to that joint, yo. Like the next play, they ran the same play and Mosley picked the route and caught his interception. Like that's how smart Mosley plays in this defense, and I think he's the guy that gets the interception.
Okay. All right. So Tony, you're up next, man. Who's more likely to get a pick in this game? Is it Mosley or is it Richard Sherman?
I'm going to say Sherman. I'm going to say Sherman because A, he's a student in the game. B, he has the ability to run the route for the receiver. And especially if they're in zone, he knows the tendencies, obviously, from watching film, where the receiver is going to make his break, and he will jump the route because he is an aggressive corner. But I think, are we just limiting this to these 2 players?
Well, that was the question.
That's what he asked.
Offshoot.
Okay.
Shoot
all right. So, yeah, I'm going to go with Sherman.
No. What I was saying was, if you ask him a little different, because, just like the last question, will Breida get a touch? But I talked about how everyone's going to get a touch. Go ahead and say your piece on it, man.
I think either Fred Warner or Greenlaw is going to get an interception this game.
A linebacker. That's a good thought. Why do you think that?
Because the Chiefs have not faced a defense, never mind with our front 4, but speed at the second level. These guys cover a lot of ground, and they cover it fast. Okay, they're going to be given multiple looks like we talked about on last night's show. You're going to see cover 2. You're going to see all the different looks. And if they're planning on attacking the middle of the field or, the intermediate levels with Kelsey, these guys are going to be flying around. So Mahomes better, keep his head straight. These guys are a lot faster than the Titans linebackers or who'd they play in the first round?
Texans.
The
Texans linebackers.
Yeah, the Texans and then was like
there's a lot of speed in this second level of this defense. So I would say Quan, but I don't think Quan's going to be on the field because of nickel and dime situations as much as either Greenlaw or Warner. So I think it's going to be one of those 2 that are going to make a nice play.
All right. I like that. We're going to come back to that too also. Nick, man, who's more likely to get the pick? Sherman or not Spoon, listen to me. Sherman or Mosley?
I'm going to defer a little bit here, and I think they both get one. I think they both get one. What's that?
I said, talk your shit, Nick.
I really think Damian Williams, right? Yeah. Doesn't really scare me out of the backfield, right? And running wise. So I just think we force these guys to throw the ball a ton. And I think that with making the mistakes of having our defensive front go in, even like maybe some blitz packages, just get him off his mark, and he's going to throw the ball a lot. I really think he throws at least 2 picks this game. He hasn't. They just said it last night on NFL Network. Patrick Mahomes is really, really on fire. He's got 8 touchdowns, no interceptions in the postseason. Well, guess what? We know what it says. They're going to bring that up on the TV show, on the channel. Patrick Mahomes doesn't have any interceptions this offseason or this postseason. I think he has a really bad game, and I think he throws 2. And I think actually both of those – I actually think he throws more than that, but we'll get into that when we get to other players. But I think he throws 2, and I think Sherm and Mosley get 1. But I'm going to say Sherm is going to be a game-sealing interception.
I like that. I like it a lot, man. If I had to pick, though, which one's going to get more or who's more likely to get one, I'm going to go with Mosley. Because of what Tony said, but for Tony gave his reasons to why it would be Sherman. He does tend to run the routes for the wide receivers. He's the cerebral player, right? And because of all that, I think they stay away from him a little bit. I think they target Sherman on the go routes when they know his speed is going to be a liability. But for the regular stuff, when they're actually running a route, and I think Sherman shuts that side of the field down. So I think they target him only in the go routes, and it's either going to be overthrown, completed, or Sherman can't. He's not going to be there in place to get it. He's not going to outrun anybody on a go route.
I may be crazy on this, but I think we see Sherman up against Kelsey once or twice in this game.
You're going to see it in the 3x1s. When he lines up to this wide side of the field by himself, Sherman's going to be man up on him.
Yep.
So since we're doing this now, I'm also going to say that I think we're going to see Sherman shadowing Watkins at certain times in the game as well.
Yeah, it's going to be on that side too.
I didn't want to say that, but I don't think it matters what side Watkins goes to during certain packages.
That's the bigger receiver.
Like Sherman, that's your guy. So since we're airing it out, I told you guys it was going to be that episode. This is our
we've seen this before too, Mike. Like we've seen this against him on other receivers, and
we saw it last week.
Yeah,
Ryan, go to bed.
Yeah,
go to bed, Poppy. We saw it last week where he just shadowed Adams for a couple of series in the first half. And I think that we're going to see that this week. Watkins is I'm doing air quotes here, the slower of the guys as far as 40 times go. But Watkins is one of the faster guys when they track the top speed by next gen stats. He's in the top 15 this year. They have 3 guys on their roster who are not in the top 15. So everyone's shitting on Watkins and his speed, but game speed is different from 40 times.
Yes,
we have to acknowledge that. We have to acknowledge that. But I think that they're going to put him on Watkins. So because when Watkins is running intricate routes, that speed isn't there. That straight line speed is different though. So I think
just a dark horse for this topic, K'Wan Williams.
Yes.
That's what I was going to say. I think he gets one.
That's somebody you got to watch in the slot, man.
Mm-hmm.
He's been having an excellent season, and because he's not a full-time starter, he got snubbed from the Pro Bowl, even though the team fought for it to be considered a full-time corner.
Yes.
But listen, man, he's playing good, so it's gonna be.
I have no problem saying this. He has been the best slot corner in the NFL.
Yeah, no doubt. But that's a lot of interceptions this guy's gonna throw on. y'all really think he gonna throw 4 interceptions?
I ain't saying.
I think they're
no, you said Sherman gonna get one, Mosley gonna get one, the linebacker's gonna get. He's not throwing that many interceptions.
I didn't say Sherman was getting one.
I'm just saying we're all saying like you know what I mean.
It's all different people saying different people getting interceptions.
Right.
The only one that has said 2 or 3 was me. And I truly believe, I think Patrick Mahomes is really going to have to, we're going to make this team one-dimensional, and he's going to have to throw the ball 45 to 50 times.
I mean, he was going to throw the ball 40 times anyway, but that's a lot of interceptions. But I want that, no doubt. I do. I definitely want it. I just don't. I think that's kind of like unrealistic, yo. But it's what it is. I hope
Y'all get me hype. It's not unrealistic. You buying the hype. They have not played a secondary like ours. Man.
I'm not. It's not even about that. Like, I just don't think quarterbacks throw 4 or 5 interceptions.
Okay. Okay. All right. How many turnovers we have against Pittsburgh?
That wasn't interceptions. Those are
How
turnovers.
Many turnovers did we have against?
But they weren't interceptions.
How many turnovers?
They weren't but they weren't. We're talking interceptions.
So I can continue.
We have 5 turnovers.
Okay, right.
Philip Rivers threw 5 interceptions against them.
What?
The Niners.
Philip Rivers threw 5 interceptions against the Chiefs this year.
Who?
Philip Rivers.
Right? That's because he didn't want to be in LA no more.
Okay, but here's something else, Breezy, right? The Niners are a 50-50 team. We run just as much as we pass. So that's why your 5 turnovers don't end up being all interceptions. Well, these guys pass 70% of the time.
Okay.
So it's going to be turnovers. It's likely to be interceptions. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, come on.
I get what you're saying,
right,
but if they throw, I get what you're saying. I hear what you're saying.
Go ahead, Tony. I see you with your hand up.
Can we pull this message up here by Luke Walsh at 9:35?
No, not yet.
We got to go to this one.
Keep it on. Somebody find the message that Tony's talking about. Keep it on your screen so we don't get it. We'll get to this one here, this contribution here from Mark Meany, or Mean. I'm sorry if I said it wrong. He said, concern the refs will hold flags for holding to give Mahomes more time. Rig, what's up with the Mahomes Kool-Aid on ESPN, FS1, and NFL Network? They are who we thought they were. Go Niners. So we've talked about this also, and there was another contribution I saw for $4.99. I'm going to try to find.
There's one already in the queue by Deb.
I see Debbie. I see hers also. But there was another one
right here.
Yes. So my superstition. Oh my God, I gotta read this because it's a contribution.
You got to read it because it's contribution.
Is do not listen to Rombo Sports during the game, and must ear my same.
I think you meant wear
my.
Right. So he has to wear his same Niner hat like Nick. Like he has to have that same hat on.
I don't know what Rombo does during the games, and I'm not going to tell you guys to not listen or support Rombo. There's plenty of time to watch any and everybody out there. If you don't want to watch them, then that's on you. Miss Debbie with the blank $20 contribution. Is that
all
what
right?
And
she
my screen messed up?
She must be she's blank in Miami right now. She is.
You're turning up.
Yeah.
Okay, Miss Debbie.
Miss Debbie, just so you know, alligators can climb fences, my love. So be safe out there. They will climb a fence.
She posted from a gator because of a fence.
She posted a picture and said there's a swamp behind the Airbnb, and she said, can alligators climm fences?
Chain link fences, yes.
It's a chain link fence. Yes, they can get over that.
I didn't know that. Well,
oh yeah, they'll get over a chain link fence, bro.
And we got one more comment here, Deb. If you have a comment that you wanted us to read and you didn't type it in there, post it now, and we'll make sure we bring it up.
Greetings from Miami, fellas. What's up, faithful? It's on and popping.
Y'all know what she wanted to say. That's right. Y'all know what she wanted to say. It's on and popping. We turning up out there. I'm happy that we can provide you some entertainment while you out there in Miami.
Let's go.
Let's go. Yeah.
Hey, Miss Deb, I know you're watching. But we
my man Matthew
right
here. He says, my lucky charm, a 49ers pin given to me by John York himself. That's interesting. I have one from Jed. He's got one from John. That's interesting. At the home game, at the home Rams game this year. Let's go. I like that, man. I like that a lot. So you know what I'm saying? Like these are all things that you know, are meaningful to individuals. You know what I'm saying? So this is the kind of talk that I like to see.
You know what I'm gonna wear on Sunday, Nick?
The Nick Clark pin.
Nope, my birthday pin. The birthday pin is going on my joint this Sunday because we beat the snot out of them Packers when he gave me that birthday pin. I'm about to start my own superstition up in this mother sucker, yo.
I know. We got that from the store.
That's what's up. I appreciate it.
Two questions. This Luke Walsh comment that Tony was talking about. Is it
the Schefter one?
Yep.
All right, so click that. Let's get that up on the screen here. I think we're done with the contributions. We're not going to get to that yet. Now, I want to ask Wayne, then we're going to go backwards. All right? Wayne, you're going to introduce a new superstition into the game. If things aren't going your way, if things aren't going the way of the Niners, what do you change? What are some of the first things that you change on Sunday? Oh, maybe I'm the only one. I could be. No.
I remember this, right? I remember that. It all starts with that Super Bowl, man. I remember wearing the Colin Kaepernick jersey, right? And then we couldn't score for shit, right? At halftime, when the lights went out, and I was like, "Oh, it's a blackout! Everybody get the freak out of my house!" No, I can't. I didn't do that, but I definitely changed to a Crabtree jersey. And as soon as I changed my jersey, we came back. Now we didn't win, but we came back. But my point is, I switch out of clothes, man. I'll go butt naked around this mother sucker if I have to, if it'll change stuff up. Sometimes it could be the clothes you got on and just sending you bad juju. So I'm the first to change out of clothes. That's my changing up, yo. New me, new hat, new clothes, new glasses, new whatever. Whatever it is I got to do that I think is going to change the game, that's what I do.
All right, so that's Breezy's thing. If it's clothes, whatever it is, I'm going to change something. Breezy, one more question for you, then we're going to move on to Tony. If you put this pin on Sunday, it's not going the way of the Niners. Taking that pin off.
I'm gonna ship that shit back to Nick.
All right. Birthday pin is out of here if it's not working in favor for us. I like hearing that. Okay. No emotional attachment to it just yet. All right. You told us about your man cave. Your wife caters to you also the way mine does. Again, no chauvinistic stuff going on here. We're appreciative, right? What do you change, or maybe you don't change anything, if the Niners games aren't going your way?
The hat comes off, get a new hat. The shirt comes off, get a new shirt. What else do? I move to the other side of the couch. I just do crazy shit. Then I'll go sit on the floor Like I got the chair over here, and then my couch is over here. I'll go sit in that chair. Like I just try everything until they get back. Like get into rhythm.
Yeah.
And like for example, like there was a time where I had a hat on, and what was it this year? It was this year. I can't remember what game it was. The hat got thrown outside. I opened my back door. I threw it out the back door, and I didn't get it till the game was over.
Get out of my house, Satan. All right, that's what I'm talking about. Get it out. Exercise those demons.
It's just, you know, you just get crazy right away. You're like, oh my God, this is like, you know, it's this hat. Boom, it's gone.
Yeah.
Like it's this shirt. Fuck it, take it off. Like gone.
Absolutely, man.
You know, I'll tell you straight up. I had my father-in-law sit down here. Hold on. I had my father-in-law sitting down here. I told him to get the fuck out. I said, yeah.
Yo, as your wife is in the other room watching.
Oh, shit. I said, go upstairs.
I love it.
But I hope she don't rewatch this show. Yeah.
She watching the show right now. Why is she gonna come in and feed him with that ice cream cone?
Bro, I swear to God, I'm super.
Tony gonna be on that same ass couch tonight, dog, with them balloons back there, yo.
You guys remember the 49ers and Cowboys game that happened where the Niners jumped out to an early lead? It was a game that Tony Romo broke his back in or whatever. You guys remember that game?
Yeah, what happened?
It was like 3 or 4 years ago. Do you guys remember that?
Yeah, what did you do?
My mom came over in the middle of that game. My mom is a Cowboys fan.
I remember that.
Decked out. Nick, you remember that we had just started this show, right? And my mom came to the door with head. When I say head to toe, she had rings, bracelets, earrings, a jersey, pants, socks, slippers, everything Cowboys. I said, Mom, my Niners are stomping your Cowboys. If you come in my house and things change, you have to leave if I tell you have to leave. And she stood there and looked at me like I was speaking French. I let this heifer in my house.
Yeah.
Yeah, I said it. Yeah, I said it. I let this heifer in my – okay, that's as worse as it's going to get. That's a joke in my family. I don't disrespect my mom.
I got you, bro.
Right? She came in. The luck changed. We couldn't score anymore. They went to overtime or something like that, and they won that game. And I tried kicking her out for a solid 27 minutes. She would not leave my house, bro. I was tight. I get it. In-laws are different. I could not kick my own mother out. I was like, Mom, you need to go. I ain't going nowhere. What you going to do? How am I going to kick Boo-Boo out in front of her kids? You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't kick Boo-Boo out. So I was stuck. I would have left. I would have left. Bad juju walk through the door. You feel it. You got to get out. I couldn't get her out, though. So, all right, Nick, it's on you, man. What do you change if things aren't going your way?
Well, we all know the Ronnie Lott jersey thing. That was my lucky jersey last year. It was like Christmas Eve game or whatever it was. I forget. We were playing Jacksonville. I believe it was that we were playing Jacksonville, and you know we started to lose that lead. We got out to a big lead. Halftime came, and they started to come back. I left the Christmas party, drove home, put on a different jersey, and I was like so superstitious. So for me, it's definitely the apparel that I'm wearing. If I'm not standing in the same spot, if I run to the bathroom and I miss something and things change, or if people that are watching around me go and do something different than what they normally do, I flip out on them. Not flip out, but like, yo, you need to get back here. Like, this is like, let's go. Stand right here. You're not close enough. If
you start looking for other people.
Like, yo, I'm hockey checking them, bro. Get out my spot, bro. Like, I need to have gold footprints where I need to stand, like when I watch games, because that's how I am. I don't pace, things like that. But yeah, it would be that. That's why I'm a little worried about this upcoming game, because I'm gonna have to have something different on. So,
so
a little worried about that.
I know that the one constant thing that I change is my vantage point of the game. So my wife and I bought this house. We're going on 2.5, 3 years here.
Almost 3 years now, yeah.
Yeah, and so one thing that I've done is my TV is on the stand and it swivels. All right, I will angle it towards the window, and if things are going bad, we do a halftime show, but I stay outside. Right? Nick would not let me in my own house because luck changed. And I'm good. I'll stay outside. That's fine with me. I will not come back I have to change my viewpoint. For whatever reason, I can't sit in the same chair. I got to move.
Is that the same night you ripped the screen door off?
It might have been. Yeah. Yes. I think. Yeah. I think that's the same. You're absolutely right. But that's my point, though.
Melissa was like, Michael.
We have a great new screen door now. It's insulated better. It's got a glass window in there. She appreciates the upgrade. She loves it. She's happy now.
So she likes when you break stuff up in the house.
Yeah, man. You guys have seen the holes in the walls. Like I've taken doors down. Like it gets real over here. But Nick would not let me back in my own house, and I was okay with it. I'm outside, and Nick was like, "No, you cannot come back in here because it's working. Whatever you're doing out there is work." And I will watch. I open the window. I'm gonna pull up a chair and watch from the outside, and I'm cool with that. I have to change my vantage point. That's the only thing that I can think of off the top of my head that I do. Tony,
Bro, I was sitting on your couch while you were locked out outside.
Yeah. And I'm cool with it. I'm okay with that. I have no problem with it. Let's go Niners. That's what we got to do. Listen, man, I know we're talking about the Niners, and Tony, I'm going to get to you right now, but you guys remember that Chiefs fan? They were getting beat 24-0 in that last game. And my man went on Twitter and Instagram, and he said, yo, I'm a bad luck charm. I'm leaving.
Oh, he left the game, yo.
He left it. He bought tickets to a playoff game.
He left that joint, and they came back.
Show the video, guys. I'm at home. I think everything is going to be okay, and they blew that team out. That's the kind of commitment we're talking about here. Listen, I don't want him doing what he does, but that's what we're talking about right here, guys. Like, you got to do your part. For that man to get up and leave in the middle of a playoff game, listen, I know I'm superstition. I don't know if I got the gall to do that for the money that it costs to get to a playoff game. I don't know if I got that in me, but that's love right there. Like, that taught me that my superstition matter. So, Tony, I saw you with your hand up, man. Go ahead.
Yeah, just one thing. The Seattle game. Remember we had the lead going into the fourth quarter. We were up by like 10 points or something. I'm sitting here on my couch. My buddy came down, and the phone rings. I hear him. He's standing by my staircase. It's a guy from work. Oh, tell Tone congrats, yo. Da-da-da-da. Tone congrats. They look good. Blah, 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 blah. Bro, I screamed on the top of my friggin' lungs. Get the bleep off the bleeping phone. And then once he hung up, that's when it came close. Mm-hmm. And I saw that guy the next day at work. I had him in the locker room where we put our stuff away. I said, don't you ever call me during a game again.
Yeah.
Don't you ever, because you get the text message. Oh, the Niners look good. Oh, congratulations. They're the real team this year. Man, no, don't do it. Please.
You know what's funny about that is that I never considered a superstition, but when I start hearing from people I don't normally hear from during the season, yeah. I literally throw my phone on the couch. Don't talk to me. Y'all weren't here when we were bad. Don't try to show up now saying congratulations. I'll read it after the game. I want no parts of that. So that's a very good one there. All right, we got Luke Walsh's comment. Anybody else have anything to say on the superstitions before we move on? Guys, we're 47 minutes in. We haven't even got to the game yet. This is great. This is great right here. All right. So Luke Walsh says, Schefter said on KMBR he was stunned by the Chiefs' confidence and that they fully expect to be raising the Lombardi Trophy Sunday night. Now, this was a topic we planned on bringing up. Tony heard whatever it is, and he called me right away. Mike, can you fucking believe this? Tony was going off. You would have thought that somebody like smacked one of Tony's kids the way he was going off when he called me. So let's start with Tony here because this is something that was near and dear to his heart. Tony, why were you so offended that the Chiefs were confident? I mean, the team going to the Super Bowl isn't confident.
The Chiefs are a talented team. I'm not going to take it away from them. Okay, they have speed on offense. They have a great quarterback. They have a decent pass rush. They have a great defensive tackle, 3 technique. But here's my gripe, okay? For Adam Schefter to go on national TV and say they fully expect to be raising the Lombardi Trophy, and this game's not even played yet. It's not even a day away. It's not even game day. Who the hell are they to say something like that? And it bothers me because you want to talk statistics. We have a better defense. We have a higher scoring offense. And they never faced a team like us who's so multi-dimensional that can attack you from every way and every angle. And it's just flat out disrespectful. And it shows you the unprofessionalism of that Chiefs team. Okay. I'm not saying from what I heard, I don't think someone specifically said it, like we are going to carry that Lombardi. but their mannerisms, their body language, their demeanor pretty much is what Schefter said. Now, granted, Schefter didn't get to the Niners yet before this statement was allegedly he's going to the Niners tonight or something. This was last night. He was with the Chiefs. But I just don't understand how they think they're so much better than us. Yes, they won games. They came back and won games down from 24, down from 17-0. Yes, that's excellent. But you didn't do it against a defense, this caliber defense, okay? And you didn't face an offense that could attack you from one angle on the next play and then punch you right in the face in the run game on the next. So I just don't understand. I mean, listen, I understand you are confident. You have to be confident. If you don't show you're confident, you're considered weak. You're not you don't believe in your team, blah, 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 blah. But let's be real, dude. The 49ers haven't said one freaking peep about, oh, we're carrying the Lombardi. We're doing this. We're the best team on the field. No, because their play and their coaching and all their preparation is going to speak for them, not their mouths. Actions speak louder than words. And that's all I got on this because it really pisses me the hell off.
So we hear the passion from my man Tony, man. All right, Breezy, I'm gonna open it up to you because once I start going, I talk too much. So I'm gonna give it to you first. Nick is popping back in here, guys. I want to know what your thoughts are. The Chiefs feel like it's preordained. There's no need to even play this game. We're bringing that Lombardi home. What are your guys' thoughts on it all? And let's talk about it, man. Like, come on, what's up?
I'm not sure that it makes me as upset as it made Tony. I kind of expect a team to feel that way. Like that. That is the mindset you want. It's like you put yourself in a mindset, you speak it into an existence, and it should happen. Like that's why you're speaking it. I'm sure the 49ers are doing the same thing. We're just not hearing about it because they have a different way of they're about showing it opposed to saying it. And that's the difference between, I think, the two teams. I don't give two flying fucks what the Chiefs think. I know what the 49ers are going to do. And the more they say, the more fuel they throwing onto this fire. The more fuel the more upset they're going to make the other team. They're making it seem like the 49ers are this wimpy little team that shouldn't be here because they won 4 games last season, but now they won 13 in 3 games. They completed this Cinderella story. I ain't hear shit like this about the Eagles when the Eagles made it to the Super Bowl and the Eagles beat Tom Brady in the Super Bowl. I ain't hear nothing about the Eagles. All I'm saying is the media is the narrative is Chiefs. Let it ride, because all it's doing is making every 49er player, every 49er fan, every 49er coach, every 49er faithful that much more in tune to whipping some ass on Super Bowl Sunday. That's all it's doing. So, Tony, you could be mad. That's how you celebrate. I got you. You rock like that. But you know what it's really doing to us, bro? It's banding us together. It's making us want to play for one another. It's doing all those things that it's been doing all season long. And this is why we finished 13-3. This is why we took the destiny into our own hands, because media, other teams, other people, other fans, other coaches wanted to bet against us. Fine. Keep doing it. That's the same shit Richard Sherman keeps saying. Don't change your story up now, homie. Keep your junk. Stick to your script, homie. He was talking to Adam Rank and all them cats. And Ryan Clark. Don't change up. Stick to your script. You know why? Because we just going to go out there and punch you in the mouth, just like we take the life out of that team we play each and every Sunday. And go back, Tony. You sat there and said, yo, we lost a game by 3 points. Another game by 3 points, and another game should have been by 2 points, but it just happened to be more than that because we did some botched field goal bullshit, pass the ball shit. This team ain't scared of nobody. The Chiefs are psyching themselves up so that they can have a psyche in their head, in their brain, because they know that they are afraid of this defense. They know that the 49ers can not only pass the ball, they can run the ball. So, yeah, let them psych themselves up. Aaron Rodgers was doing the same shit. So was Green Bay. They were doing the same thing. It just wasn't getting out because it's not the Chiefs. You get what I'm saying, man? Yeah. Now I'm mad.
Let's go. Y'all about to get me turned. Go ahead, Nick, man. What are your thoughts on it, man? These guys, like, you know, and I'll be honest with you guys, it is disrespectful. It is, but you also expect a team in the Super Bowl to be confident. We beat everybody in our conference. We deserve.
Yeah, but there's a difference between being confident and arrogant. That is clearly arrogant. Because we're confident. I mean, you saw clips today of the wide receivers. They're dancing on the practice field. Okay? But you don't see them running their mouth. So there's a difference between confidence and arrogant. And I'm telling you who's probably running his mouth on that Kansas City team. It's that Frank Clark guy.
Yeah.
Because the 49ers have never seen a defensive end like him, but he only played in Seattle for the first 4 years of his NFL career. But that's besides the point.
I mean, I said this before. I mean, this is what I touched on the show before, as in, you know, I'm a type of person that I do my talking with my pads. And that's just who I am. Whether you're arrogant, whether you're cocky, whether, you know, whatever. This team all year hasn't been one to talk shit or talk anything on any other team. So I'm okay with it. If that's what gets them hyped and that's what makes them feel like they're confident. And we've seen it with Green Bay. Like, you've seen it, like, they're like, oh, yeah, well, you know, then, you hear them say, oh, well, we just came out flat and we couldn't play. You know, we didn't play our game, but, you know, they have to see us again. We're going back to Cali. You know, all the talk like, oh, this is the revenge game, blah, 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 blah. And then they came out flat, right? And they didn't play again. And then you hear Zadarius Smith talk about it on NFL Network during Super Bowl week and say, we need to fly out to California or West Coast teams way before we do, because we're just not in the game. We just can't get ourselves ready and motivated for the game. Now, whatever floats your boat to get yourself wowed up or pumped up. And the only person that I heard say it was Frank Clark. And to me, like I said before, Frank Clark is, you know, just like Tony just said, they've never seen a defensive end like me. I brought this up on the show. No, they have. You played with Seattle and you played against this Niners offense for the first 4 years of your career. So with that being said, I mean, you know, Tony also brought up another good point. These guys are loose. Like, our team is loose. You've seen the video of them dancing on the field today. You've seen, you know, the wide receiver coach get in and start doing it with them, like dancing with them. And then you see a story today about how they switched jerseys to play a prank on Kyle Shanahan. That's not the first time they've done that, because they did it in Baltimore at the hotel. Mike, if you remember me telling you, K'Wan Williams had Eric Armstead's jersey on. Eric Armstead had Richard Sherman's jersey
now let's
on.
talk about superstitions.
Right.
Did they just screw us?
Did they just screw us for what? Because they switched jerseys? That's the only time I've seen them do it. So I don't know if they did it before. So I don't know if it's a superstition or not. But, you know, it's just, this is this team. This is who they are. You know, they're very bonded. They don't give a shit what anybody else has to say about them. Like Wayne touched on. I mean, there's really not much to touch on, because Wayne touched on it. Tony touched on it. You know, Wayne said, Richard Sherman said, don't change the narrative. Stay in your lane. Like what you've been saying all year, continue to say that. You know, all the talk about Jimmy Garoppolo. You know, you hear Emmanuel Sanders go out there and say, Jimmy's a baller. Like, you guys just need to stop talking about him. This is his first year playing 16 full games. He's 23-5 in the NFL. You know, blah, 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 whatever about Jimmy Garoppolo. These guys have each other's back. It's that IGYB thing, right? And all you hear is about the Chiefs offense. The Niners heard the same stuff playing the Miami Dolphins and their offense, and they weren't going to be able to stop them with Dan Marino having the year that he was having. And what happened to that?
Defense, mother sucker.
You know what I mean? They're not talking about how explosive our offense is. They're just talking about, can our front four take care of Patrick Mahomes?
That's what I said yesterday, yo.
One way to accommodate or shut down speed is get to the quarterback. Your speed is on the outsides. Our speeds is in the backfield. And we have some speed on as the receivers. They're explosive. So the 49ers are just a well-built, all-around football team compared to the Chiefs. You shut down Patrick Mahomes or the front line, what are they going to do? There's no speed. The speed doesn't matter. So, I mean, look, if you got to talk shit and say whatever you want to say to make yourself believe it or get yourself pumped up or hyped up, then do what you got to do. And whether it's disrespect or anything else, I actually like the disrespect because the players are taking it as disrespect and it just fuels them in a different way. And you heard D Ford come out and say it. I talk with my pads. That's it. That's all you got to do. Enjoy your time there. Don't let people get in your heads. Play your game. And the person who's supposed to win will veil victorious.
Yep.
And that's the bottom line.
That's it. That's it.
You know, I heard these comments. When Tony first called me, he was like, oh, the way he related to me, it was they're content and they think that they already won the Super Bowl. Like, so let me explain the difference, right? It wasn't that they feel like this game is over and they're gonna win. It was, Mike, they feel like they already won the Super Bowl. And so my mind was processing things a little different, right? Because what I went to was how excited they were to win the whatever Hunt trophy, which is the AFC championship, right? It's named after the owner or the owner's dad.
The wife, the wife of the owner of the Chiefs.
It's something Hunt,
the first lady or whatever they call it.
It's something Hunt trophy, and it's named in her honor. And you remember Dwight Clark? Oh, that our name is on that. We bringing that home like that. You know, like they were so proud. You heard Andy Reid talk about the name of the trophy. You heard Patrick Mahomes talk about the name of the trophy. You heard Frank Clark talk about the name of the trophy. And they seemed so content that they had won that trophy, right? And all I kept thinking about during all that was the one time I heard anybody talk about the NFC Championship trophy was Kyle Shanahan. He held it up and said, "This ain't what we're here for."
Mm-hmm.
It's a completely different mindset. This is cool and all, guys, but this isn't what we came for.
That's exactly what he said.
We came here for. Shanahan said that from the rip. But if you go back and you watch those pressers following the AFC Championship game, they were so happy to be bringing that Hunt trophy back to Kansas City. It was like they were done. So when Tony came to me and said, "Mike, they're talking like they already won it," I took it as they were already content, right? Then I hear Adam Schefter's comments, and it's a whole different story. Adam Schefter is saying that they feel like they're going to win. It's preordained. It's predestined. That there's nothing the Niners can do. We're gonna win this trophy. That's a different animal. If you told me that they were content winning the AFC West or winning the NFC trophy, I would have said, yeah, listen to their post game comments, listen to their pressers. They are content with winning that. You know what I mean? Like, to them, they've accomplished enough. Last year, they lost the AFC Championship game. This year, they won it. They feel like they took a step further. They're already happy, right? And now they're just happy to be in the dance. That's how I took it. But then when you listen to Adam Schefter and you hear what he's saying, you read the comments, you listen to him and how he's saying it, he's saying that they feel like they're going to win. Doesn't matter what the Niners do. The Niners can't keep up with them, right? That's a different level of disrespect. That's a different level of I'm better than you, right? The first way is we accomplished what we set out to do. We got here. That was our goal. Now it's, I don't care who it is from over there. They don't stand a chance. That's a different level of disrespect. And like Nick said about our guy D Ford, I eat for performance and I let my pads do the talking. This 49ers team has a singular goal, and it has been announced since the very beginning of the preseason. From the beginning of preseason, we have heard the same exact message. This team is special. We heard it last year when Jed York lifted that game ball and said, champions behave like champions before they're champions. We're going to win one for my brother. And when we win one, I'm getting a ring for my brother. He said, this has been said for a long, before the season even started. And the preseason came and they said, if we stay healthy, if we do what we know we can do, we're going to be all right. We're going to get to the dance. And then we had all the injuries. And they said, hey, you're the next man up. If you can do what we believe you can do, we'll be okay. And they kept chugging. They kept chugging along. The Niners, we lose this guy. We lose that guy. Win. We lose another guy and another guy. Win. We lose another guy and another guy. Loss. We lose another guy. Win. Another guy comes back, win. We lost another guy. We lost another guy, lost. It was too far, too late. Like we had overcome so much already. And then add into it that we had lost and won so many different types of games. This team has never lost a game the same way twice. Never. And you don't blow this team out. This team has never been blown out. Now, you can give the Falcons that win where they had the fumble off of the pitch on the very last play of the game. They ran in for a touchdown. The 49ers have not lost a game by 3 or more points all season long. It's no coincidence that 2 seasons ago they had the record for the league with games lost by 3 or less points. It's not a coincidence. This has been a good supporting cast. They needed the quarterback. They needed consistency. It's here. There's no way we lose this game, guys. It doesn't happen. And for them to keep disrespecting us, everybody, did you guys see Tart's interview today?
Nah.
See the clip of Jaquiski Tart today where they asked Tart, oh, well, are you tired of talking about how good the Chiefs defense is and what you guys are? He was like, no, they're good. Keep talking about them. That's fine with us. They're ready.
I told
These
you.
boys are ready, man.
Their mindset, man.
There
was never any question of me thinking if they were ready or not. It's just flat out disrespectful how the Chiefs think they're so much better than us, and the game's not even played yet.
I feel you. It's disrespectful looking at it from a fan's perspective.
For Adam Schefter to go on NFL ESPN.com and sit there and say
he's just doing his job, bro.
No, I understand he's doing his job, but there should be like, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, they feel they won it already. Like
he's just doing what he's reporting. What
that's crazy, bro.
You got to understand too. I think their heads are getting blown up because of all the media talk.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Like the media is pumping them up to where they feel like they can't be beat. And what happens when somebody pumps you up and makes you feel like that you're untouchable? You make mistakes. You go out there. You're just not as prepared as you think you are. I just don't like. I think the media is filling their heads and they're talking like the whole world's behind us. How can we lose this game?
Yeah.
Like that type of thing. What? And the only, like I said, the only person I heard that was disrespectful was Frank Clark. And he was disrespectful from the time they won the trophy, the Lamar Hunt trophy, to the entire week.
What's the first word you said? The what?
Lamar Hunt.
So it's not named after a woman.
No, it's named after the husband.
Oh, I thought somebody said it was a white. Okay. I knew it was something Hunt. I didn't know what it was. Okay.
Yeah, Lamar Hunt trophy.
I just never seen a media cover a team so much. Meaning that how is it that the 49ers have the number 1 defense
and the number 2 offense?
I just want to focus. I'm just going to stick to the defense. But yes, you're right. But how? No, because you're right. But how is it that they have the number 1 defense, but even with being the number 1 defense, it's not enough to stop the almighty Patrick Mahomes? It's like we don't talk about the front 4, and then it's all Patrick Mahomes. It's like, how do you denounce a team that gives up 290 something yards? Like how do you demote that? Like how is that bypassed? Like that didn't happen. Like it happened consistently for 17 weeks. Like how is that not talked about? I don't understand how the media is not talking about it. They'll talk about the line. They'll talk about the line, and they'll talk about the line. That's it. They're talking about 4 people, and it's 7 other guys that help make that whole defense click. And it's like, I get Mahomes is this good quarterback, and he's won an MVP, but he ain't got no damn rings on his finger. So at the end of the day, he's just another good quarterback. Hey, all I'm saying is, like, defense wins championships. That shit ain't never going to change. I don't care how potent your offense is. If you put a stout defense, ask the Ravens. If you put a stout defense up, 9 times out of 10, it's going to win. When you got 2 great defenses going at each other, then it's a bloodshed. It's going to be a low-scoring game no matter how good the offense is. I just don't understand how they demote the 49ers defense. They don't even talk about the offense, Mike, so I don't even know why you brought that up. It's like there's no offense. There's no Jimmy. They talk about, they can run the ball, so the Chiefs just got to stop the run. Ain't no one can stop the run.
Listen to me. You're not stopping this run as easy as they're making it. I'm sorry. This is not
I
the
know,
Titans
Tony.
running off.
I know,
The
Tony.
only reason they think that is because they stopped Derrick Henry, but they forget to mention that the game plan completely changed. They stopped running the football and started throwing the football.
Nick,
Yeah, it's not only that. It's totally different. It's a totally different scheme. It's a downhill. That offense is a downhill power running scheme. This is a power running. This is an outside zone, an inside zone, a reverse. This is a multiple faced offense. Like you could they could attack you this way, come back at you this way.
Correct.
That play sets up that play 5 plays from now.
Correct. But for layman's terms, for guys that don't know what that shit mean, he's a north-south runner. He's a up downhill runner. Let's just leave it at that. If you watch that game, and Nick and I didn't really get to watch the game because we were at the game, so we didn't really get to watch it. We were trying to, but from what we saw, they like when Tennessee went down, it's like they just started throwing the ball because they felt like they could beat them in the air like they did the first time they played.
They felt like they had to abandon the run game to catch up. That was the problem. So they started with a lead. Kansas City started marching back, and they panicked. All right, we got to abandon the run game and try to keep up with them.
There you go.
That was not their game plan. They let Kansas City control the narrative. The Niners can be down by 2 scores, and we will not abandon the run game.
Exactly.
They won't, because Kyle Shanahan has 30-yard run plays drawn up in any situation that's second or third and long.
And all it takes is one trap, one seal block, one of this.
Exactly. Yeah. And so you can't defend that. When your head coach, when your offensive coordinator says it's 3rd and 8, guys, the play we predicted happening all along. They gave us the coverage that we were expecting. They all think it's pass. There's going to be a lane here for a gain of 30-plus yards. And that was the first 3rd and 8 play, and it was a touchdown in that game. You can't defend that. There is no defense for – it's definitely a passing down. Everybody in the world knows the Niners are going to pass this ball. And Shanahan's thinking they think we're going to pass the ball. We're going to run it for at least 30 yards right here.
You saw that last week with the 3rd and 8.
That's what he's talking about.
A 36-yard touchdown.
That's what he's talking about. And can you remind me who's on that defensive line? One of you guys, who plays for that Green Bay defensive line?
Well, they had the Smith brothers.
They have the Smith brothers. They have Clark as a nose tackle. They have
a pretty goddamn good defensive line, correct? Yes. Okay, that's what I wanted you to say. That's what I'm trying to say. But we've never seen anything better than this Chiefs line. Get the fuck out of here.
This is what kills me about the media right now is they're just going off what they see. They don't go off of statistics and things like that, right? When the Niners, when they run the football right now, before being touched, they're averaging 3.6 yards.
Before being
touched, 3.6 yards, right? A lot of the 49ers.
That's a first down every 3 carries.
This stat right here blew me away.
They can't fuck with us.
The Kansas City Chiefs, while facing a motion-type offense, allow 6.8 yards per rush against a team who uses motion pre-snap against them.
So why the fuck? Why are we?
I'm 8 yards a carry,
and the Niners
use it 72.6% of the time.
That's what I was gonna say. The Niners lead the league in pre-snap motion, bro.
That's why cats can't figure it out. And notice how at the beginning of the year we were trying it and we were making mistakes. Then we kind of stopped and went away from it. Juice got hurt. We had to switch it up. And then we stopped running as effective. We started doing more like traps and dives and all that crap. And then look, we bring it back. And then what happens? This is why I said you may see the reinsertion of a Matt Breida. I'm not sure he'll start, but it will be pretty freaking awesome if he comes out there and gashes them for 84 yards for a touchdown. I'm just saying.
This is another one that I was going to bring up. He says, against I formation, 42% of Niners runs, the Chiefs are last in defending it. 32nd in the league. They're 29th against pre-snap motions, 32nd against I formation, and they're ranked overall 26th in rush again on their defense.
Who was this Facebook user? Because they need a job. They need a job. They need to be hired by somebody in one of these fields because they just put up a stat that no one else has talked about. No professional with their name from ESP, from any one of them networks has mentioned this. Not anyone. It's like it's taboo. I'm getting
Here's
mad.
a quick thing. As far as statistics and what is this part? This surely Hinoji's got to go, but whatever. This Nick was bringing up the stats. Do you know that they're ranked 31st or 32nd when defending the outside zone?
Yeah,
The Chiefs.
Yeah, they can't cover the outside, especially to the right.
When they face a team that runs outside zones continuously, they are the second to worst or the worst team. So now, with that being said, I just got one question for you guys. When the Titans got up big on the Chiefs, what did they do? They just abandoned the run. They did screens and just threw the ball down the field, right? Okay. So now what was John Lynch's motto? He created this defense to stop the what? Do you guys remember? Mike, do you remember what Lynch's motto was when he built this defense? Was to stop the what?
Screens?
Stop the pass. It's a pass first defense.
Okay, so I want to know how the hell is it a lock that Kansas City is going to win this game?
Right.
Because
this team statistically is the best. It's a fact. It's the best defense they're going to face all year, and it's built to stop the pass.
Right. Go ahead, Mike.
I was just going to say that Lynch, when building this defense, you guys got to remember that Lynch played in the secondary, and everything that he said was, "This guy reminds me of Warren Sapp on the defensive line. This guy reminds me of me," when he was talking about the safeties, right? Jimmy Ward is a guy that I see this and this and this, and that's why we have faith in him, right? We didn't go out and get more guys in the secondary this offseason because right? Lynch's thing was, it has become a passing league, and you can defend the run all you want, but teams are leaning towards a pass. More opponents are going to be pass first than not. And so you have to build a team that can defend well against a pass. Well, guess what? It's not a coincidence that the 49ers are the number one pass defense in the entire NFL. And what happens to be the Chiefs' strength? It's the pass game. They don't have a run game. They don't. They're 27th in the run game. They don't have a run game. So that's what Tony's point is. The Niners are literally
waiting for them to pass.
Stop what the Chiefs do best.
And I just want to add to that, because this is what the media is trying to do. Like, the media is trying to say, well, they have speed. Okay, they're trying to say that the Chiefs how can the 49ers cover all of these speedy wide receivers, blah, 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 all that good stuff. I feel like they don't realize that the 49ers are built to stop the pass. They don't get beat super deep. If they do get beat deep, there's a safety there to prevent from the touchdown from happening, correct? And then how's their red zone defense? Pretty damn good, right? Like, you know what I mean? Like this and then when they get to the red zone, Mahomes can't throw deep, which is what he likes to do, right? That's his thing. Off the run, off the scramble, guys can't get to him. Somebody, receiver extends the play, boom, all they got to do is get open. Can't do that in the red zone. It's just not the same amount of space. All I'm trying to say is what the media is doing is they're trying to say, oh, they're going to counter the 49ers defense because of their speed. Speed. That's all they're talking about. If I'm wrong, correct me.
Let's play a little game here real quick, all right? I have some stats here, all right? And I want to give you the numbers, and I want you to tell me who they match up to, the Niners or the Chiefs, all right? Let's go with defensively, passing yards allowed, 312.5, 249.0. Tony, who do you think is who?
Chiefs, Niners.
Chiefs, Niners. The Chiefs have allowed 312.5 yards passing against them this year in games, and average 249 yards allowed for the Niners. Yards passing. So this is the offensive side of the ball. 251.8, 293.1.
49ers, Chiefs.
49ers, Chiefs. Niners 251.8 yards passing per game, 293.1 for Kansas City.
Now watch how lopsided the rushing is.
Oh yeah.
Rushing, I'm not even going to ask you who it is because it's obvious. 144.1 for the Niners, 98.1 for the Chiefs. Points per game, points allowed per game, 27.5, 15.
The Niners are 15.
Niners, yeah.
And the only reason why they're that high is because of that Saints game.
The Saints game. 15 points average per game to 27.5 for Kansas City's defense. Points per game, 28.2, 29.9.
Chiefs Niners.
Chiefs are 28.2. The Niners are 29.9. Total yards allowed, 290.5, 402.0.
Niners Chiefs.
Niners Chiefs, 290.5 yards allowed per game.
I said that earlier.
402 yards per game.
But we don't stand, but we don't stand a chance. You know, it's the 49ers don't stand a chance. Even do you understand why in our chat early this morning I said F these numbers? Like obviously they don't make sense. They don't matter. You keep and then I don't know who it was. It was like, well, the numbers do matter because blah 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 blah. No, I get the concept behind statistics, but if they're not going to talk about statistics and not being in the favor, but just there's statistics out here that's saying the Niners are better here, and here, but you're not bringing it up. So why do they matter? Why do stats matter for the Chiefs and not matter for the Niners? That's why I wanted to say, Mike, don't talk about the offense. Let's talk about the defense for the simple fact that the stats are right in their face and they're looking over the stats because Richard Sherman is old, because they don't have defenders that can cover, because this, that, and the third. They're coming off injury. D4 lines up offsides. DeForest Buckner took a decline in his gameplay. If Nick Bosa can't get to the quarterback, they don't stand a chance. What else can I say about the 49ers? They found everything negative that they could find to throw the 49ers under the bus defensively, which to the 49ers defense, they want that. That's why Tart got up there and said, oh, okay, cool. We good. That's exactly why he's cool, calm, and collected. That's exactly why Richard Sherman not blowing up at the media. You don't see them asking him questions about that stuff, though. They asking him about CBAs and collective bargaining agreements and stuff that don't got to do with football, got anything to do with the Super Bowl right now. I wonder why. Because he will blow the F up, or he would shut it down so fast they would lose business. There's a reason why.
And here's an interesting thing. They're saying, oh, their offensive line is great in pass protection. Ranked 2 or 3. Ranked 2 or 3. The last time I checked, I think we said this on the show yesterday, I think the Packers were ranked number 1 and we sacked Aaron Rodgers 5 times.
6
so what is I don't know. Listen, I would not want to be a Chiefs fan because I'm telling you right now, there is so much damn pressure on this team to go out there, perform, and win in hand. It's not going to happen.
Tony, like you just said, their outside tackles are really good, but their interior line is not
it's garbage. Good. You have Wisnowski, Wiley, and that Levy, the doctor. I forgot his name.
Like Dirk Levity, whatever his name is.
Yeah, he's a doctor.
So we're not only good on the edge. I mean, Eric Armstead playing in the middle has been a beast. You know, it's funny because
didn't he get the first sack against Aaron Rodgers from the middle?
Yeah, from the middle.
I'm gonna get off the show because I gotta go to class, and I'm gonna calm down in Woosah, and I'm gonna join as a fan tomorrow.
No, hang out with us. We're gonna wrap this thing up soon. Don't just jump.
I know. I'm just saying because it's just like, what more?
It's frustrating.
Okay.
No. I get you.
Tony, you know what made you frustrated was that this is what's been making me frustrated. And we haven't been talking about it all week like this. So it's like I haven't really been able to get it out. It's just like I don't understand. Like there's no logic being thrown into this whole persona, this whole thing. There's no logic. There's none.
I honestly think the NFL wants Patrick Mahomes to be the next poster boy for the quarterbacks, but they really messed up because the guy who was backing up the poster boy is now going to be the new poster boy for the San Francisco 49ers.
Talk your stuff, Tony.
No, don't you say it wrong. Say it right.
I got yelled at for saying
What?
the GD word earlier.
No, talk your shit, Tony.
Thank you. You can get yelled
Talk
at.
your shit, Tony. Don't you dare edit that. Hey, when we come out with shirts that say "talk your shit," I want y'all to buy the shirts with the word "shit" on the front. Talk your shit, Tony. Like that insert name here. Talk your shit. Y'all put whatever name y'all want underneath. Talk your shit, man. Like we're not censoring that.
Yeah, my bad. I just got yelled at for saying something earlier. So.
I wasn't here before. I'm sorry. I don't know what you got in trouble.
I think the GD word slipped out one time. I got mad. So that was my fault. God forgive me. And everybody keep mentioning the Jesus Christ thing. Listen, man, all I was trying to say was that, like, can't nobody help this team. Nobody's going to be able to help the Chiefs, man. I don't want to hear no excuses. And, like, I'm so confident in this 49ers joint that I just know that they are waiting. They are salivating at the mouths. They're like rabid dogs, and they can't wait to suit up on the field. And this moment, the whole moment thing, they ain't worried about that. You know why? Because of the experience that's been teaching, the experience that's been feeding into their spirits, the experience that they have. They are going to go out there young and old and ball the freak out. Now try that with the other team because there's no experience other than the coach.
That's right.
So you try that.
The only thing that's concerning against the Chiefs, though, what scares me is their screen game. But other than that, the Niners do not let up deep balls, so it's going to be in front of them. But the screen game, if they can get that ball off quick and into those rabbits' hands, either Hardman or Hill, that could be a potential issue. But we will adjust to that.
You know what don't scare me about the screen game? I'm going to mention two words. Tart, and you mentioned an Alexander. They were not around when these teams started running screens to the other side. Having Tart and Alexander, God Lord, do they cover them sides of the fields, bro?
Yeah. So it's just a tough thing to
Oh no, it is. It makes me less worried knowing that they're back. Remember when they weren't back and what's the name was missing ankles? Harris.
The other thing is, if you go back and you watch that Tennessee Kansas City game, there were a ton of missed
tackles. How do you let Patrick Mahomes
missed tackles?
30 freaking yards.
The one that Patrick Mahomes ran for the touchdown, there had to be 4 missed tackles on that play. And then gets tackled and hit at the 1 or 2, and he bullies his way into the end zone. Do you think this guy is bullying his way with our defense?
No, he getting hit.
I bet you more times than none, if Patrick Mahomes gets out of the pocket, he slides other than taking a hit.
Or they going for the kneecap. I can tell you right now, they going for that kneecap.
My man said sweep the leg. Y'all heard him? Sweep the leg. Y'all know what that means. All right, guys, listen, man.
Johnny.
Listen, I think everybody on the show, on the panel, has the Niners winning this game. I'm not going to ask you guys if it's going to be a blowout or not. We'll save all that for later on. But this is going to be this is our review show before the game. We all got the Niners winning, whether it's big or small, closer or a blowout. None of that is relevant. I know Nick has his over-unders. I think we should do those and then get up out of here. We have done already an hour and a half worth of show. I think another 10 minutes or so. Wayne, you good for another 10 minutes?
Let's do it, baby. Let's go.
And we'll get up out of here. And then tomorrow will be all about you guys, all about the supporters, all about the people who watch. And we'll bring you guys, again, you guys get your 3 minutes, your 180 seconds. So let's get to it, man. Nick.
All right, you ready?
Man, this is all you, bro.
All right, I'm going to start it off with the Vegas over or under 54. That's the over or under. So, Wayne, what do you think?
That's total points?
Total points. Over or under 54.
I'm going to go under. I got us at 52.
Mike, what do you think?
That's crazy. I just said 30. I said 35-17 in my head. That's exactly 52. That is crazy. That is crazy, Breezy. I got the under. That is crazy you said that, man.
I can't take this, man. We do this every freaking time.
That is crazy that you said that like that.
Tony, what do you think? Over, under 54?
I'm going to go with under because the 49ers' best defense is their run game. And if they hold the ball and run the ball, Mahomes is not on the field.
What a taste of medicine that would be for Andy freaking. I can't stand Andy Reid. Go ahead, Nick.
Over, under 3.5 sacks for our defensive line. We'll go Mike first.
I'm gonna do over. I don't think that they get it normally, but I think at the end of the game, some desperation, maybe a run out of bounds before the line of scrimmage type of thing. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna take the over. I'm gonna take the over. I'll take 4.
Tony, what do you think?
I'm going over, and it's all up the middle.
All right.
I'm going over. The 49ers will finish this game with 5 sacks.
I like it, especially with the stunts and putting Bosa and D Ford coming across in the middle.
And 5 is the understatement, bro. Yeah.
I like it. I like it. All right. Over, under 50 rushing yards for Matt Breida. Actually, let's go 50 total purpose yards for Matt Breida.
I'm going under. I don't think they use him in the pass catching game as much. Unless he has one of those big runs, I don't think he's the guy that they're gonna go with.
Mike, what do you think?
I don't know. That's a good number. I'm gonna take under. I don't think he gets used in the passing game, and so I feel like he's gonna pop a big one, but the big one could be for 30 yards. So it's the other 2 carries that I think he's gonna get that are close, but I'm gonna say under. Maybe 2 carries for 42 yards. 3 carries, 42 yards.
Tony, what do you think?
I'm going under because he has 2 guys ahead of him, and they like to ride the hot hand. So
I don't. Hey, I do want to say this. I know we're not on here. I don't think that Coleman is ahead of Breida on the depth chart or pecking order this week in particular. I think that injury puts Coleman below Breida this week. So I think Breida is the first backup to Mostert.
All right. That's everybody for that one, right? Over, under 2 rushes for Deebo Samuel.
over under 2 rushes.
Going first. Who you want going first?
Let's go Tony first this time.
Over under 2. I'm gonna go over. Actually, no, I'm gonna go push.
All right, Mike, I guess you were gonna go push.
Yeah, I was. I'm gonna take the under now, mother fudger. I'm gonna take the under now, which sucks. I wish you had thrown a half in there to make somebody decide.
I was going to. I was literally going to.
Man.
Like 2.5.
2 is a really good number. I'm gonna take the under though. I'm gonna take the under. I hate it, but I'm gonna take the under.
So
Breezy, what do you think?
I'm gonna go over. Why not?
Over? All right. Over under a receiver throws the football.
Over.
Game.
Over.
One time.
Over. You've seen it before. You haven't seen it in a while. You're gonna see it again. Over.
Who do you think it will be?
Richard James.
Dante Pettis.
Why don't you do over under trick plays at 2.5? Not just specifically a wide receiver pass. It could be a fullback option. It could be something stupid. It could be, I
I never seen what you call it throw the ball, but hey.
No, Juice got a completed pass this year, maybe 2.
Okay.
He's got it. Hold on, I'll pull it up while we're talking. But
Wait, he because of the option. The one where he got smacked, I know he has one with the option.
Oh, that's the pass. Yeah, I got you. Guys, I was being funny about Pettis, but I definitely think a receiver gets a pass.
I think Richie James might be a good name because he was a quarterback.
All I want Richie James to do is get the ball up to 50 every time he touches the ball instead of running out of bounds. It's just what I want. Or running into contact.
All right, let's go here. We'll go over or under.
I didn't give an answer for your last. I'm just gonna say the under.
Oh,
It's all
take
good.
the under?
Yeah, I think we only see one receiver pass this game. I'm gonna take the under.
Tony, did you give an answer, or you just wanted to switch it up?
I'll do under. I'll do under.
Under. All right.
I thought the question was, does a receiver pass? And then it's if you said, does a receiver make a pass?
Yeah, I said over or under the times a receiver throws a pass.
So that they're saying under, which means none.
Oh, wait, you said one, right?
One time.
Oh, yeah, I didn't hear you say one. Oh, okay.
No, I'm going to call a push then. I'm sorry. Good call there, Breezy.
Yeah.
Push. I got one receiver pass this game.
I got that too at one. That's the
over or under 6 receptions for Tyreek Hill.
6.
We'll go Mike first.
Damn it.
I'm going. Okay, go ahead.
I'm going to go under.
Yeah,
Tony,
I'm going under.
Under.
You
Wayne,
ripped the headphones right out my ear. How come I always go last? I hate going last. What the
you
frick?
went first like the first 3 ones.
That's because I just said this junk because I knew you was gonna pick me last. All right, I'm going under 2.
All right. Over or under 2 touchdowns for Travis Kelce. Wayne.
Oh, now you want to pick me to go first with Travis Kelce?
No, stop it.
I'm going under because Tart's playing, and Tart's on him. He may get 1, but that's about it. That's it.
Tony, what do you think?
I'm gonna push because
Okay.
I think this offensive attack is gonna be centered around Kelce.
Mike, what do you think?
I'm going to take the under. I think they get desperate early and have to go downfield. I think Kelce is more of their George Kittle type of guy, like middle of the field, break some tackles, make some things happen after he gets the ball in his hands. I think they're going to get desperate and have to rely on Watkins, Hardman, and Hill.
Over or under 2 sacks for Frank Clark.
Frank Clark ain't getting no sacks.
There's your under.
There's your under. Tony, what do you think?
I go under.
I'm taking the under. I'm taking the under. Frank Clark is going to
Because
be.
now Frank Clark has a target on his back.
Yeah. He's talked too much smack to do anything in this game, bro. It's under for him. He's not going to show up on the fucking. He's not going to show up on the freaking stat sheet. I'm sorry. He's not.
Yeah, and you know why? It's the simple fact that the 49ers have figured out how to the line is gelling. That's why the line is gelling
together.
It's like being on the ropes course, and they all trust one another, and they all are communicating. And I don't think we've ever seen our line play this great.
I don't think it's so much that they've gelled. I think it's the play calls and the way that they open holes. Like meaning,
but don't they got a gel to do that?
They do, but I'm just saying, like, I think it has a lot to do with both. I don't think it's just the gelling. Like, I think it's, the way that we're running traps and things like that, the athletic ability with these guys and the way they're being utilized helps the run game as well as the molding. But yeah. Let's see. Over or under 16 pass attempts for Jimmy Garoppolo.
Over.
Everybody's taking the over, huh?
And I think it's going to be. I think he's going to come out just like he did versus Minnesota.
I got Jimmy Garoppolo anywhere between 24 and 28 passes.
Yeah, man.
I think 28 is the highest he's thrown all year.
Yeah.
No, he threw more.
He had a 30 game.
Other than New Orleans. I'm sorry, but other than New Orleans, I don't think he's thrown over 28 times.
Look, that boy gonna come out throwing. They're gonna have that box stacked. And he coming out throwing.
Yeah, he'll take checkdowns all day. Checkdowns for 7, 8, 12 yards. Oh yeah, you taking that.
Even with the box stack, they run that
28, 20, in that range right there.
All right. Over under 2 interceptions for Jimmy Garoppolo.
Under.
Tony,
I gotta throw in one, guys. Like I do. But that's what we need.
I'm going to say under because when he throws an interception, it's lights out.
you say under?
Under 2. And when he throws an interception, he responds with playing lights out.
He also throws a touchdown after he throws an interception.
I wish I knew how much shotgun we were going to play in. I'm gonna call a push. I'm not going to make this a one-sided game. I think they get some turnovers this game. And I could see one coming off of someone's hands and then another one where Jimmy just throws it right to someone at a shotgun because he looks down to see the ball. We discussed this earlier this week. Jimmy said it himself. Nick, I don't remember if you were on the show or not. Jimmy was talking about how he preferred to be in shotgun when he first got here, right? And then Shanahan was explaining to them how if you're under center, you don't ever have to look down and receive the ball. You keep your hands in the sack. You know what I'm talking about when I say that.
Yeah.
Your hands in the sack, you're reading the defense, you snap the ball, and you drop back. You never have to look down to field that ball.
Right.
Where if you're in shotgun,
you have to look in your hands.
You have to look it in. And when you do that, that's when your linebackers move. And how many times this year have we seen Jimmy just throw a ball to someone that he should have seen there?
Wait a second.
I never went back and watched to see if those all happened in shotgun, but I'm willing to bet they did.
You're saying you don't look down when you take a snap from center, under center?
I'm saying Shanahan says that you don't look down nearly as much as when you're in shotgun. When you're in
you
shotgun,
look down, you turn your back on the defense. You know that, right? When you take a snap from center, you usually step to 6 o'clock, 5 or 6 o'clock. You do your play action fake, and then you flip your head back around.
No, you don't do 6 o'clock unless it's play action.
That's what I said.
If
you're taking a snap under center, it's 90% play action.
Well, you're always going 6 o'clock.
For play action, you do 6 o'clock. No, but you don't. If you're under center and you know it's a 3-step drop or a 5-step drop, you don't do 6 o'clock. You turn to 9 right away. You snap, you turn to 9, and you're doing your drops. That's it. You don't have to turn your back to the defense. You get what I'm saying?
No, you don't step to 9, Mike. 9, you're stepping this way.
Yeah, 9, you're turning.
That's what I just did. I turned that way. You snap the ball. If you're a right-handed quarterback,
the center's ass is 12. Okay, so you have 1, which is the right guard, 2, which is towards the tackle, 3, which is straight to the right, 4, which is on an angle towards the sideline, 5 is another angle towards the almost like the pylon, and 6 would be taking the snap, pivoting, turning this way.
I understand.
Either do a fake here, or you just take a 3-step drop and you're here. So 90% of the time, the whole point of being under center is to do a play action fake to make that defense freeze. So you're looking, once you get that snap, you're looking here for the fake, and then you're back up here.
I'm talking about non-play action passes. Anytime you're doing a play action pass, you have to fake the handoff. So yeah, you turn your back to it.
That would be shotgun where there's no play action, because there's no point of going under center if there's no.
Not every snap under center is a play action pass.
Right.
That's the way I was taught.
No way. No way. Every pass.
Jimmy G under center, he was throwing darts. He took his 3 steps back.
Yeah, he
ball out quick.
A lot of people in rhythm like that this year.
Yeah, but you can't compare a 3-step drop to a 5 or a 7, because a 3-step drop, you're literally taking a hop step back and you're firing that ball right out.
But there's no play action in that.
Yeah, but even in a 6-man drop, you're still sideways and your head is still looking downfield. So you're still technically in that 6 o'clock position. If you're using hands on a clock with 12 being in front of you, 6 being where you go in order to the clock, so straight back or this way or this way. That's what I'm taking as 6 o'clock, as he's saying. Because if you're dropping back out of a shotgun, your body is turning sideways, but you're doing your 5-step drop with your head looking downfield. Compared to where you're taking a shotgun, you look down to catch the football into your hands, then pull up and look or fake or do whatever you're doing. So I kind of understand what he's saying, but I understand what you're saying as well, Tony.
Yeah, I don't know. A 3-step drop, there's no play action. You're right with that because that's a 3. That literally, it's a hop step and you're firing the ball right out. Perfect example was that play. I think it was versus the Rams, where literally he went like this 1-2, and he just went boom right to Kittle, and he had that. That's when Kittle scored on like literally a quick slant.
Right.
But I mean, I don't know. If you're under center and you're taking that far of a drop, I would say 95, 98% of the time, there's definitely a fake off of it.
Yeah.
But if you want to talk about no fakes, I mean, I know your eyes got to drop to see the ball, but I'd rather drop my eyes for a second than have to turn, totally take your focus off that defense and have to reset yourself and then make your read.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's finish these over-unders real quick. Over-under. Let's go over-under 387 yards total offense for the Niners.
Ooh, that's a good number.
Give it to Breezy first.
That's a good number. I think I'm gonna go over. I think it's gonna be pretty balanced, pretty well balanced. I think you're gonna get a buck 80, and something to make it 400. But I think it's gonna go over total offense.
Tony, what do you think? 387 yards total offense. Over or under?
For us.
For us.
Over.
Mike, what do you think?
Over.
Over. All right. Over or under 73.5 return yards for the Niners.
Over.
70. You said 73 and a half?
73.5.
Like total, right?
Total.
Between punt and kick return.
Let's do kick return. We'll do kick return because that's not a high number for both.
So that means they got to kick off.
I'm going to go under.
I'm going over.
Because hopefully they won't be kicking off to us.
I'm just believing in Richie James for the last game of the season. So I'm going over.
I'm going to jump on that train with you today. Mike, what do you think? Over?
Taking the over. Yeah, I'm taking
the over too. Mike, did your mic switch to your computer mic? Because you got a lot lower.
It's possible. I don't know. Let me see my audio.
Sound good to me.
All right. It said it was the same one. I don't know.
Huh. All right. Over or under 5 sacks for the Niners. Defense.
I said 5.
Oh, we already did this one?
Yeah, we did sacks.
Oh, I thought I did theirs.
No, you did ours.
I did theirs. All right. My bad. Oh, because I did Frank Clark. That's what threw me off. Yeah, I did Frank Clark. All right. Mike, over or under percentage that you 100% that you smoke a victory cigar?
I'm taking it, baby.
$90 cigar, I should say.
My $90 cigar. And now here's the thing. Will I smoke that on Sunday? No, because by the time I get back here, the cigar parlor will probably be closed. But I will stop by there on video on my way home from Nuno's. And if they're open, I am buying that $90 cigar on camera. I want to show you guys the certificate of authenticity, and I will spark that up right there on camera for you guys. If they're still open.
All right, that was just for Mike, though. All right, no, really, though. Here we go. We all think that the Niners are going to win this game. So over or under 60% chance that Raheem Mostert wins MVP?
Oof.
I got under.
Tony?
Oh, God. They stink covering the outside zone. He's the hot hand. Oh, man. You're saying under 60%?
Yeah, over or under? Over or under 60% chance that he has to win MVP?
Oh, shit. I'm I'm gonna go 65% over.
Over. Mike, what do you think?
I'm going to go with under because of what we did earlier. We said that it's going to be more than 387 yards. And so I don't think we're going to get 200 rushing yards, which means Jimmy should do the majority of the damage this game. So I'm going to say under. I'm going to say that the quarterback gets the MVP or defensive player. We have another contribution here, guys. Oh, two of them just popped up. So I know these got to get going soon. You guys want to read these and get up out of here?
Yeah, we could do that.
Did Vegas purposely put the Niners as underdogs since they know Chiefs will lose by a landslide? FYI, 705 of money is on Chiefs. What does that mean, 705 of money?
I don't understand how any of that stuff works. So
I don't know what the 705 means. So I'm sorry.
Is that his money? That's the money he put on it?
No. That's like I think the percentage betting, like
That's the money line.
yeah, like the money line. That's exactly what I was trying to say, Tony. Thank you.
It's minus 705. And by them getting, in my opinion, by them giving them a 1 point or 1.5 point, that means, in my eyes, that they want everyone to jump on Kansas City. And it's the same thing with the Packers, right? The Packers what did the Packers get their last game? We were favorites or they were favorites?
7.5.
We gave them 7.5?
Yeah, we gave them 7.5.
Yeah, everyone wanted to take Vegas wanted everyone to take the Packers getting 7.5. And look what happened. So
hey Tony, there's no pride in my game, bro. I put on a Jimmy G highlight reel from this year. It's just a highlight. Every pass except for one under center, he turned his back to the center and faked the handoff. Every single one except one. And the one that he didn't do it was an empty set.
yeah.
I'm so mad right now. I'm not, like I said, there's no pride or anything. I don't see it. So that's cool.
Because you got to think about it. What is the point of having a back behind him and him under center? Kyle's offense is predicated off of a play action.
You would think you do that with a fullback and all that in there. You know what I mean? Like I just didn't think it was like that.
Yeah.
Wade with the 5 Super Bowls and the 49 donation here. You're gonna have to change that to 6 even next time on the show. But I think Jimmy's interceptions come from throwing into crowded coverage over the middle due to the design of the offense. We kind of ask him to make risky throws.
Now, I don't think he goes through his reads properly. And plus, like, I think sometimes that crowded middle, like he's still trying to get it to that, get it inside the little tight pocket. And depending on who he's throwing to, usually when he throws over the middle, usually Kittle is able to bat the ball down because he can tell when it's not going to be catchable. Sometimes the receivers don't have that same thing. But Jimmy's a gunslinger, man. He's going to try to get that ball in there. And like if you listen to what they were saying about being under center opposed to being under shotgun, once Jimmy takes his eyes off the defense, he loses somebody on that defense just from that split of a second. And when he goes back to throw, he's premeditated. I'm throwing the ball to this guy. He's going to be open. The play is designed for him to be open. When he takes his eye off that defender, the defender just knows and just drops back and boom. And usually when he throws into a crowd of people, it doesn't get picked. It kind of gets dropped. Like they kind of tip it, bobble it around, and it falls to the ground. We just like, woof. So go back and check his interceptions, man. I don't think they're as bad as they look. They just come at the worst times.
You guys, anybody else want to touch on this?
I think with the lack of speed at their linebackers, Ragland, especially because he's the middle linebacker, off that play action, he's the one who's really going to be affected because he's not fast to begin with. And when he takes his read step, that in-breaking receiver who's going to come right behind him after his read step is going to have an advantage. And I honestly think it's going to come to a point where Jimmy's going to have to just throw to a spot because they don't have the ability like our linebackers to cover space. So, but on the other hand, you do have to watch for Teron Matthew. because he literally bounces all over that field. And if someone's going to get a pick, it's going to be him because he's very aggressive in his coverage. And he, like I said, he bounces around. So I think Kyle's going to really work the middle of the field and the outside zone. That's where he's going this game.
And I think that most of Jimmy's interceptions come off of the hands of someone else.
That's what
he just saying directly to defenders. They don't expect it to be there, and they usually drop it. That kind of goes to what Breezy was saying. So I just think that as long as our guys do what they're supposed to do, we're okay.
You know, I was going to say the same thing that you said, Mike, and I was also going to give you some credit because you talk about how this is a timing offense. And when Jimmy doesn't throw the ball on time, he waits too long, which puts him in a predicament to where defenders make up that time of being, the receiver being open. And then most of the time, I was going to say, I think he has more interceptions off receivers' hands than he does just in plain interceptions. But I don't know if that's a true fact or not. So I won't say that completely. But I think it's so much of a lot of things. I think Jimmy waits a little bit too long. And meaning that is he holds his read just a little too long on one side or the other, and then tries to come back to his read where they should have been open. He holds, goes through the other progressions, and then tries to come back to that and still forces the ball there and allows the defender to come from out of nowhere or things like that across the middle. So that's pretty much what I have on that. This will be the last thing. We just talked about 60% chance of Raheem Mostert winning MVP, right? I want to know who you guys think can win the MVP of this game. I don't know if you guys want to answer that now or because obviously we're going to do a show tomorrow as well, but Wayne won't be here. So I'd rather do it now. So I want to hear who you guys think has a chance to become MVP of Super Bowl Fred Warner.
Of Super Bowl Fred Warner. I like how you keep sliding in there, Super Bowl 54. I like that. I'll go first. I think that Nick Bosa has an opportunity to be the guy. I think the Chiefs are going to focus so much on D Ford and not letting their former player be the guy against them that they leave Bosa in a lot of one-on-ones, and I think he can go roughshod on these guys. So I'm gonna go with Nick Bosa as my Super Bowl MVP favorite.
Tony.
My next in line would be Jimmy Garoppolo, but my sleeper would be opposite of Mike. I want to go with D Ford because I don't think they believe D Ford can do anything, and they're going to focus on Bosa.
Okay.
Wayne.
It's basically whoever they focus on the opposite side. I feel you.
So we're talking MVP. MVPs are going to go to that man, George Kittle. I'm going to leave it at that.
George Kittle. So we got 2 defensive players. We got 1 offensive player. God, I'm going with Jimmy Garoppolo, guys. It may sound like an easy way. It was between Fred Warner and Jimmy Garoppolo for me, and I think I'm going to go with Jimmy Garoppolo. Shuts up the entire hype of everybody about how he can't do it. I think he has a hell of a game. And I think he wins MVP. And I think he throws for – I don't think he quite throws for 387 yards. I think he throws for a little less than that, but I think he throws 4 touchdowns this game. So that'll be my MVP. So we got George Kittle, Nick Bosa. Who was the first person you said, Tony? I know you said D Ford, but who was the first one?
Jimmy or D Ford. My sleeper is D Ford because of what Mike said was the opposite.
Okay. And then you said, okay, because Tony said, I didn't even hear you say Jimmy. But
I said it quick.
Yeah, it was kind of quick. I didn't even hear you say it. But yeah, the guys, that's pretty much what I got. Tomorrow, we're going to be doing a fan interaction show. You're going to get 3 minutes to come on and talk with us or jump on video or call in. Not sure what time that'll be. It'll probably be a little bit earlier for you guys on Pacific time. What are we thinking, like noon, Mike?
It's going to be tough to call right now because I'm helping a coworker move. If we can get it working on your end, we could probably start a little bit early. And then as I come in, honestly, we're planning on over a 3-hour show. So it depends on how it all works out. But
I'm working until 3 tomorrow.
You're working until 3?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So we'll get it going. We're going to aim for very early evening into the night. So we'll get it going for you guys, I promise. And you guys will enjoy it. East Coast time.
Sounds good.
All right. So let's get up out of here, man. Guys, thank you all for checking us out. Make sure you guys hit that like and subscribe button. Facebook, guys. We want to thank you guys. And tell someone else to help join the group. Okay, guys. Let's get up out of here, fellas. Prepare for glory.
Anticipate pain.
But always remain faithful.
We out of here. Peace.